right. Crab cakes. I'll label this one as like jumbo lump crab cakes because I left them a little bit more lumpy instead of shredding them up. And I don't know, I did a couple of different things. I made them really big too. So they've been chilling overnight in the refrigerator. And let's see, what do I got in them tonight? Take a quick look, let my camera focus. So if you're not familiar with jackfruit, I'm going to show you that in a minute. They're pretty good size. They're probably about an inch thick. That's the palm of my hand, so you can see how big they are. So what I'm going to do tonight is I'm just going to add some olive oil in here, fry them up. There's a little bit of flour on the top. I'll show you how I did that, and some inside, but not much. And then I'm going to have one warm on a bed of salad with some avocado, tomato, and cucumbers. I'm going to lay it right on top of that and eat it. And the other one I'll let be cold after I fry it up and crisp it, and I'm going to eat it cold, like a cold crab cake, which I used to love as well. So what I just do is you take this, you got to make sure, this is the best brand, this is awesome, this brand. You got to get it young. And once again, you get it young because it is, that is not like a grape, that's like the size of a football or bigger. And you get it young so it's not mature. And it looks basically the color you see it. Like, it looks like chicken. Like if you bought chicken breasts or something in the store, it looks just like that. It feels like that too as well. And it has a very, very bland meat-like taste to it. You know, if you bought regular jackfruit by accident and said, oh, I'm going to make something, and you open it up, you're going to get fruit. And you're not going to be able to do anything with it as far as meat dinners or anything like that. So you got to get it young, which means it's not mature. All right? This company is great. It's organic and non-GMO. That's all that's in it, and it's always the best. It's always soft. It's so incredibly rare. Like last night in this can, first time in about 2 years that this brand had like one piece, this one little chunk that was hard that I couldn't do anything with. It's always nice and moist and beautiful, and it's not, you just drain it, put it in a strainer, rinse it off a little bit. You might have a slight lime taste to it, but not that much. It's really good. And it's all kinds of stuff like BPA free and all that kind of stuff like that, like this. And it's just a really, really great company. It's vegan, of course, and whatever else all that stuff is. So I get that anywhere from Walmart online to Vitacost online to ThriveMarket.com. It's the best brand. So I just take a tub, a little bowl or a tub, and they come in chicken nuggets like they look like. And you just slice them, and you can see they kind of like just shred off. And it's hard to see tonight but like that section there is kind of a thick piece. There's some thicker pieces and then some shredded pieces, but I left it more lumpy to give it that real true crab cake look to it. But you can just shred it. You just take a fork, hold it, and then use your knife and just cut them like down the line. You'll see the like striations, and you cut it down and just kind of flatten it out, and it kind of flakes off. It's really easy, and it's real simple, and it's really good. So I use a little bit of vegan mayo. I use a brand that's called Best. Not Hellman's. It's Hellman's, but on the West Coast they call it something. Hold on, let me see what it's called. That one. I use that when I make this. I've used a few different ones, but I don't like the other brands. This one tastes exactly like Hellman's mayonnaise. All of the vegan mayonnaises that I've tried, about 4 different ones, they never taste like mayonnaise. I got this in it too. Thrive Market Vegan Parmesan Cheese. It's gluten-free, soy-free, this free, that free. It's recyclable, all that kind of stuff. Same thing with that. It's awesome, awesome, awesome. So there's some cheese in this. And that cheese tastes exactly like regular Parmesan dairy cheese. It's really awesome. So a little mayonnaise, a little cheese, put it in the with the jackfruit, somewhere in a bowl or something big enough where you can mix it all up. This is the full can of jackfruit, by the way. When it makes a crab cake, you might think, well, that's not a lot of jackfruit. It actually is. Like if you were going to make some tacos or burritos or chicken salad in a wrap or something, it would be like double the amount of this. You remember, this is pretty thick. So put everything in a bowl. What else do I got? I got some celery cut up. I got some red bell pepper. I have some black pepper, but not too much. I have some fresh basil from my indoor garden. And I have, to give it a little bit of a fishy, crabby taste, I have Old Bay. I'll show you that in a minute in case people don't know what Old Bay is. As long as you can get some kind of fishy, crab-like taste into it, and you don't want to go too much, because this does have a nice bland flavor to it as well. You know, crab has its own specific flavor, but it's sort of mellow, and the consistency of this is real great for doing that. So that's Old Bay, and it's kind of spicy. It's basically a celery. Here it is, right here. It comes in. There you go. So it's got a kick to it. So don't use too much black pepper. I just added a little bit. Do what you feel to taste, but that's what it's called. So tomato, red bell pepper, celery, green onion, and fresh basil, along with the Old Bay, the mayonnaise, and that cheese. And that's it. That's all you got to do. And like I said, 1 meal a day, vegan, non-GMO, organic. Do your best to grow your own stuff. I'm in the process right now. My indoor garden, I got some more tomatoes going. Red bell peppers are juveniles right now as far as the plants, so I got to wait for them for a couple months. Lettuce is growing back again, so that'll be ready soon. That and tomatoes. Celery, maybe another 1 to 3 weeks before I can start cutting some celery again. I got the basil growing like crazy. I'll show you a brief tour real quick so you can see. But you can do your best to grow whatever you want, and save yourself some money. So 1 meal a day, grow your own food, vegan, non-GMO, organic, and only buy what can be recyclable. Number ones and number twos. Stay away from 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plastics. Cans are all right. Glass bottles are good. And stay away from bags of any kind. And the only boxes that they're really taking are corrugated shipping boxes. So that means any other things, crackers, chips, cookies, pizza boxes, cereal boxes, they're waxed. They don't take them. Stay away from, you don't need that kind of stuff anyway. Do your best also to eat mostly raw. This is actually raw, even though I'm going to warm it up and just fry on the top, so it'll be raw. And all that stuff in there is going to be raw. So always try to eat as raw as you can. So sometimes I eat a quinoa or something, or a rice, and I'll throw all that kind of stuff in it and more. And I leave that all raw, whether it's warm or cold. So you always try to eat raw. Drink a ton of water. Get yourself some juice. Make yourself some juices or fresh juice smoothies or plant protein smoothies. And try to stay always on the alkaline side. Anything that's raw, fruits and veggies, will be mostly alkaline. Don't get confused with alkaline and acidity in a fruit. Grapefruit is very acidic, but it will be alkaline when it digests in your body. So it's not that, it's after digestion. Look into it, do some research on it. Basically what I can tell you real quick, it's like a pool. Your pool or your hot tub, but we'll just stick with a pool. 7.0 to 8 is where you want to be. 7.2, 7.4, you'll be perfect. Crystal clear, absolutely beautiful water, and no growth of algae, cloudiness, or anything. Same thing with your body. Your body is 7.45 blood pH. It can go up by a couple points here and there, or down a couple points as it travels through your body. Depends on your diet, depends on your exercise, depends on your mental health and emotional health, and all that kind of stuff. So they call that homeostasis, when everything's in balance. Anything that goes below 7 starts to get acidic, allergies, disease, illnesses, stuff like that. Your pool goes below 7, gets to about 6.8, gets a little cloudy. Gets to about 6.4, gets very cloudy. Goes below 6 or at 6, you'll probably start seeing some algae growth and blobs and stuff like that. So keep that in mind when you eat. That's exactly the same. It's the same principles. All right, that's why God gave us nature, so we can be like nature as best as we can. Now I'm just going to fry this up, throw it on there, and that's it. So this is going to warm up in the pan. I just put on like 4 or 5 to get it going. And I'll probably keep it on about 4. And I just want to sear the crispness on each side, and then put a top on it and warm it up. Flip it a couple times at about 5 to 10 minutes probably, and then it'll be good to go. And this is what I'm using here, this olive oil here. My store charges $10 for this. I got it on Walmart online for, I think, $4.99. It's ridiculous when you live in a small mountain town and there's nowhere else to go. Thank goodness for online buying. So that's it. I have a crab cake video. I might have did a cheesy crab cake a few months back, but I don't know if I loaded it or not, and it might be a little bit different than this. I think I made it pretty thin in some different ingredients in it. I probably didn't do it with red bell pepper at the time. I might have done it with garlic instead of green onion. You can do it a couple different ways. I did one once with different seafood seasoning that was vegan. I can't remember the name of it. It was like in my local supermarket, and it was really good, except it was super expensive. It was like $7 for something small, but it was really good, and it was a different seafoody flavor than this Old Bay, and it worked out nice. So you can use whatever you want to bring in a seafood flavor. Some people would add a little bit of Dijon mustard or something in with the mayo mix. You can do that. I've done that at times. I personally didn't taste a difference in it at all. So, I don't know about that. I don't know what else you could do to it. I like the pimento. Some people might put pimento in it. I don't even know what it looks like, pimento, other if it's in like some sort of, I don't know, bell pepper mix or something like that. I think it's red, and it might be some kind of vegetable. I really don't know. I've eaten it for years in cheeses and stuff like that, but people put that in crab cakes as well. You just come up with whatever you want as long as you keep it vegan. But yeah, you can see a little bit better in the lighting there. I'll say, get them like brown like that real quick on the sides, flip them over and do the same. And then from there, I'll put a top on, lower it a little bit, and they'll continue. Maybe after every 2 minutes, I'll flip them again, put the top back on. That way they get warm inside and stay crisp on the outside as well. What I forgot to tell you is I took a little bit of all-purpose baking flour from Bob's, and just to sprinkle a little bit over what's that called, the cutting board, and then I kind of sort of ball it up in my hands, make them in balls. I roll them around and I squish them a little bit like that, and then I put them back in a ball, and then I roll them, and then I flatten them, and that's how I do it. So it doesn't have too much flour in it, but the flour will get in it as I squish them like this, and then roll them back. And that's it. That's all you do. I just put the cover on just now, but I get them to do about that. You can do whatever you want. Don't use a ton of flour either. You don't need to, because, well, you can do what you want, but the less flour, the more it will taste fresh, like a crab cake and all the stuff. You don't want to bring in too much of a flour taste. So just enough. You can see how it's barely enough to coat it and crisp it. But so it's really good. And this thing will break away like lump. You can kind of see it better now. The lump sections, more of it's like lumpy. Tell me that don't look exactly like a crab cake. Bobby cheers! So I'll just put this cover on. It smells excellent. And that's it. Probably a couple minutes, 2, 3, 4 minutes tops. I'll probably turn it over once again in about 2 minutes and see what happens. But real quickly, I have these shut off, but let me take you on a quick tour. Carrots, lettuce, dill, radish, more dill in the back. There'll be peppers. This is just flowers that I did in the meantime, getting some flowers started. And up here, you can see without the light, these are all strawberries. The little ones are the babies that they're putting out. That's the vine, babies. This one's got another baby in here somewhere. Another baby. I started out with 4, and they just keep on producing. Wait to see the other room. All right, tomatoes. Picked one yesterday. These are Roma. And the only issue I have here is a white fly issue, and I'm done trying to spray them with neem oil and all that. So I'm letting them go, and whatever I harvest, and then I'm going to cut them all down, throw them in bags, and redo everything. I just started this in October, and these I did just a couple weeks ago, and it is now March 8th. So whatever I get. I'll deal with it and I'll redo it. Basil, blueberry, raspberry, no thorn raspberry. Now, real briefly, in the spring, I'm in a second floor apartment. I have a balcony. I did it on a balcony, and they let me do it on the first floor. Mostly flowers, but I tried some food. So in the spring, I went to the store, bought an organic non-GMO Roma tomato. I ate it. I planted the seeds, and this is what you see. Well, this isn't what you see. I grew them outside, and I grew them in the buckets on my porch, and then I harvested them and I ate them. Then those seeds are what you see here. All right. I did the same thing with red bell pepper. I didn't know this, but it's actually a green bell pepper. You let it go and it will turn red. Sometimes they say it can turn orange or yellow from there. I like them red, more nutritious, and it has a little sweeter flavor than the green. But you can harvest it as green as long as it's a little bit on the ripe side just before it goes red. So I did that with tomato and with a red bell pepper, and it worked fabulous. I might not have hit pause. So real quickly, social garlic, 3 years old. You can eat the whole thing. When it stems, you can eat the stems and flowers. I forgot what I said up here, but real quickly in case I was on pause because I think I might not have hit it. This has been growing fabulous at 6 to 8 hours a day with the lights, and they say up to 18 hours, but I didn't need it. I need 6 to 8 hours with every different one, every different flower, plant, food, veggie, whatever it is. 6 to 8 hours has been fine, and it's been growing fabulous. And it doesn't cost you nothing. So I had these cucumbers growing excellent. And first I had an aphid problem. Oh no, not an aphid problem. Some sort of rust, like a mildew or something. I sprayed it with neem. 24 hours later, it was perfect. Then all of a sudden I thought, well, now they really look crappy. I guess the neem killed it. Then I looked underneath and I saw, white flies decided to go there because I took the tomatoes out of here and put them in the other room. So they went to here, and I got one good, these are pickling cucumbers. I got one good one, but these are probably going to die now because there's hardly any leaves left from the white flies. So again, I'll get what I can get, take it and remove it. I'll either neem the soil and mix it all up and neem it again, or just get brand new soil. The white flies, they do their egg laying here, and then it kills the leaves, and then they turn into white flies again. So annoying. There's some more tomatoes. There's the celery over there. I've eaten that twice. Cutting it down one time only because of aphids that came out of nowhere. They must have been in the soil and then hatched. But the celery is awesome. There's some more cucumbers. And here's a great example. That was a baby. I planted it about 3 weeks ago. Baby. They're all babies. And here's the original two. And the other original two. And they babied. And as you can see, this one babied and it's over there. And it's babied again. Which babied that one. Right there. So really awesome. And I harvest them. You get like 1 or 2 or 3 at a time. So the more you have, the better. And then there's some herbs. Here's another one. Strawberry. And carrots and herbs and herbs and herbs. I got about 4 different herbs. Cilantro. Dill was out there. And the basil. And then this is parsley. And that's wild mint. And real quickly here. These were some potatoes. They weren't sprouting that good. So I tried to throw them in the dirt, and they really didn't sprout real good, so I took them back out. This one might actually work. This one's probably going to work. So these are non-GMO organic golden potatoes. And I got another bucket over there ready to go. So you can do that too. These are all left over from last year. So when it gets a little warmer out in April, they'll go out my balcony, so this won't be on my floor again. And it will be food. And then once these start growing, they'll be out on the balcony, and there'll be some more food. So $63, real briefly here. These were $40. They knocked them down to $30. Then they're about $38 now. But that's good price. They're each because they're around $53 to $55 a piece. So even if you get them at $40, you're doing well. So you're looking at 40, 80, 120. But if you get them at 30, then you're looking at 90. And then the shelf system, you can get it this color, black, or stainless, or chrome, I guess it's called, and it's $63. So let's say 60 and 120, right? 180 plus tax, you're looking at like 190 for a full shelf system with 3 lights. All right? Simple. And these I flipped again. They came apart a little bit, which I like. It's crisp. That one came out a little bit. And I took the cover off. Now I'm going to throw it on and eat it. Now real quickly, what was I going to tell you? I'm going to tell you something about Oh, so the indoor gardening, you can see you can have one rack, 3 different shelves, 4 different shelves, depending on what you're growing. They're adjustable so you can do the height. And you can grow so many different things. And indoors throughout the whole year and save yourself on herbs, on everything. I haven't looked into the hydroponic, I think it's called, just with water. But I'm going to look into that as well so I don't have to use soil anymore if possible to grow everything I'm growing now. So you can see all the different things that I grow. The carrot tops, I do carrot tops here and then I use them in my meals. I'll probably throw some on tonight, which is really cool. There's a lot of cool things you can do. You save money, non-GMO organic seeds from the store and then plant them yourselves. All different kinds of things. And I got all that stuff Walmart online, even the flower seeds and the food seeds and everything. Great, great prices. All right. I got brand new plates. Mom, if you're watching, no more. I still have your old ones. Those Corelle, is that how you say it? This is the same exact thing, Corelle. I just bought a set. 4 of these, 4 smaller and 4 bowls for like 30 bucks. I really like the white, just the plain white. It looks really nice. So that's it. You can, oh, you know what else? There was some lemon juice in the mixture as well. Some lemon juice that I mixed in. Now you can put some lemon juice over the top of this if you want. I don't know. Some people might use like cocktail sauce for their crab cake. Blah. But maybe I'm eating it just like this. I like the freshness of everything. But you can do whatever you want on it. And here's how it will cut. That's what it looks like. And it's piping hot. All right, I already know what it tastes like. It's awesome. The cheesiness stuff is really good. You don't have to use it, but it really is really excellent. And it's a nice little meal, and it's mostly all raw and alkaline. All right, lots of love to you. Hope I inspire you for your food. Lessen your meals to 1. Organic, non-GMO. Do your greatest to recycle and buy only what you need and what can be recycled. Raw, organic, all that kind of stuff. All right, love you guys. Bye.